Hello everyone, welcome to my sixth and final book critique. My name is Rebecca Turner, and today I will be discussing three different genres of children's books. The first one is poetry, the second one is traditional literature, and the third one is modern fantasy. The first book I chose is Runny Babbitt. The author and illustrator is Shel Silverstein. The genre is poetry, and it won the Quill Award for Children's Illustrated Books. The reading level is grade 4th through 6th. I really appreciated reading Runny Babbitt because it took an interesting twist on words and it really introduced poetry at a young age, and it was very fun and entertaining to read. The second book I chose is called It's Raining Pigs and Noodles. The author was Jack Prelutsky, the illustrator is James Stevenson, and the genre is also poetry. It won the Parents' Choice Gold Award, and the reading level is preschool through second grade. This book is really fun because it twists also words and animals and different things to show how poetry can really take a different route when introducing concepts such as rain. So I really loved reading this book as well. The third book I chose is Charlotte's Web. The author is E.B. White, the illustrator is Garth Williams, the genre was traditional literature, and it won the Laura Ingalls Wilder Award. The reading level is grades 3rd through 7th. This book was part of my childhood. It really showed sacrificial friendship, and I think that's really important for children to see at a young age. The fourth book I chose was Rumpelstiltskin. It's originally by the Brother Grimms, but it was retold by Paul O. Zelinsky, and it's also illustrated by Paul O. Zelinsky. The genre is traditional literature, and it won the Red Book Award. The reading level is preschool through second grade. I like this version because it took a classic folktale literature fairy tale, and it made it child friendly, and the images were really interesting and captivating, and I think it did a great job of introducing literature at a young age. My featured text today is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. The author is Judy Barrett, the illustrator is Ron Barrett, and the genre is modern fantasy. It won the New York Times Best Illustrated Children's Book of the Year, and the reading level is grades 3rd through 5th. I chose this book as my featured text because it's honestly one of the best texts I've ever read. It was very captivating, and it showed a different side to just reality, and it kind of shifted it up by showing some different things that can happen when you tell a child a story, as the grandfather's telling his grandchildren the story in this particular text. So for this one, I did a science lesson plan and a health lesson plan. The science lesson plan is based on the Ohio State Standard that talks about rain, water and rain. And I'm going to be focusing on rain on this one. And after I discuss the idea of rain, how it's formed, and the children don't have to memorize the water cycle at this time, but allow them to answer for questions and comments, allow time for all of that. And then this will be completed on a cloudy day, and the children will take a field trip outside, examine, and take note of the clouds, temperature, and wind. They will have scientific notebooks to write down this information, and then they will share their findings on a Google Classroom that I created. And it is right here. And I made this little section for discussing the outdoor field trip. They will answer at least one of these questions in full, and then I'll be sharing this with another classroom, and they will be sharing their findings on temperature with us, and so we'll be able to interact with another classroom. And then after that, I will be assigning pen pals. Well, me and the other teacher will be assigning pen pals for the students to stay in contact with each other. And then the final lesson plan is a health education lesson plan. This is my first time doing a health education lesson plan. It was really interesting. It's an Ohio State Standard for K through 6th grade. I chose particularly 4th grade for this lesson, but it talks about the nutrition in each food. And I think this is perfect for Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs because it discusses many different types of food. So after reading the book, each child will pick a food in the book that was discussed in the book, and they will be doing research on whether it's good for our health or not, and they will make a conclusion on their own research, and then we will be having a doctor or nurse or both come into the classroom and give their opinion backed by medical research that they have done in their field. So it'll be really cool, interactive, and it will show a lot about both foods, and it will be really great for everyone to understand what they're eating and consuming on a daily basis. So this will be a really great, fun lesson for everyone. Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed this last book critique and have a wonderful day.